Let's crack a pack of magic cards. No, not these. These. Hey everyone, it's vmcampos, Magic Fan. Vintage Magic Fan. And I've got something pretty cool here. I'm going to crack a pack of Magic the Gathering Chronicles expansion. This is an expansion from 1995, back in Magic's days gone by. If you've never heard of Chronicles, it actually is a reprint set, not exactly a core set, it's a reprint set, and it was published in 1995 around the time of 4th edition. Actually, I've got 3 packs of Chronicles to open up. So we see that the Chronicles pack is a beautiful black and gold. It has the expansion symbols of the cards it reprints. Looking at it in the back over here, this, it says, contains selected cards from the following expansions. Arabian Nights, the very first expansion set, Antiquities, Legends, and The Dark. So there were some very cool cards that were reprinted here in the time of 4th edition, 1995. So there's only 12 cards to choose from. I don't know the order, so we're going to check the order as I open them up, and we're going to see what order these things came in. For your information, cards to be on the lookout for are Blood Moon at about $23, Concordant Crossroads at about $14, City of Brass at about $7, and then after that, not that many valuable cards. Actually, the very first Nicol Bolas card was in Legends, which is reprinted here, which is only about $2. Let's see if we get a Nicol Bolas. Other cards to look out for are the Cycle of Urza lands, Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, and Urza's Tower. Now again, these are all reprints from these original sets. If you've got the originals from these sets, they're worth big bucks. If you've got the Chronicles version, not so much, except Blood Moon. And even Ashnod's Altar is got some value, like $250 or so. Alright, so here we go. Gonna open up a pack of Chronicles, which I have not done in over 20 years. Back in the day, they also had the logo of Garfield Games. The glue did not want to behave. But anyway, okay, so I'm opening them up like this, and again, I don't know the order. I'll check as I open. But the first thing that I get is Gabriel Angelfire. Huge casting cost for a 4/4 creature. So 3, white, green. Back when it really mattered that the colors were aligned. So of course, colors next to each other were aligned colors, green and white. This is before the term Selesnya was coined. Here's a Selesnya card. Let's see, what are we getting for in addition to a 4/4? During your upkeep, Gabriel Angelfire gains one of the following abilities until your next upkeep. Flying, First Strike, Trample, or Rampage 3. So you can change his ability, Flying, First Strike, Trample. Now, Rampage is one that doesn't exist anymore, but basically this would give a creature +3/+3 beyond the first blocking creature. So if someone decided to block my Gabriel with 2 1/1s, I would get +6/+6. Yeah, I could get stupid crazy, but Rampage didn't really work out how we thought. So huge casting cost, but that's how it was back in the day. I just looked it up, and in Chronicles, this was a rare card. So I don't know if the rare is the first thing that appears, but we'll see. Fallen Angel. Now, I don't think I had Gabriel back in the day, so it's a new card for me. And I'm pretty sure I did not have Fallen Angel either. Let's see, we've got 3, black, Summon Angel, or Creature Angel. Oh, and then also back in the day, I forgot to mention, but obviously frame border is totally different. This was originally printed in Legends, but it's a reprint. And white bordered, gold color, classic border. This one was originally also printed in Legends, expansion set. We get a Creature Angel, 3 black. We get a 3/3 and flying. 0 to sacrifice a creature to give Fallen Angel +2/+1 until end of turn. So you could get, you can make a 5/1, or a 5/4 with flying by sacrificing another creature. 5 mana is not that bad. That's cool. In Chronicles, this was an uncommon card. So we've got the rare, then we've got uncommon. Ooh, Gauntlets of Chaos. I never had this one either. So Artifact for 5 mana also comes from Legends. Then you have for 5 activated ability, sacrifice Gauntlets of Chaos, choose a target artifact, creature, or land opponent controls, and a target permanent you control of the same type. Exchange control of these permanents, bury any enchantments played on these permanents. So basically I steal someone's permanent and I give them mine, and any permanents attached to it are destroyed. So pretty cool. This is a rare in Chronicles, so that's interesting. We had Gabriel rare, Fallen Angel uncommon, and then another rare. I don't know if all of them are in this order every time you crack a pack, or like they're just random, so we'll see. Goblin Shrine, 1 red from the Dark. That was the 4th expansion in Magic. Enchant land. As long as target land is a mountain, all goblins get +1/+0. If Goblin Shrine leaves play, it deals 1 damage to each goblin. Flavor text: I knew it weren't no ordinary pile of, Naren the Wary. I've been also forgetting to mention the classic artists of the day. Who do we have here? Daniel Gellon, Anson Maddox, one of my favorites, and Dan Frazier. This one is Ron Spencer. In Chronicles, this was a common card. Next up, I remember this one. I had this one, Sivitri Skarzum. You get a for 5 plus blue-black. So this is a Dimir card, right? Summon Legend from Legends. You get a 6/4 with no abilities. So for the casting cost of 7, you get a 6/4. The end. Flavor text: even the brave have cause to tremble at the sight of Sivitri Skarzum. Who else has tamed Skarzum's dragon? So not only did she tame the dragon, she named it after herself. And this one was drawn by Nene Thomas. So, yep, plain vanilla 6/4 creature with a huge casting cost. That was like that was so common in the time of Legends. In Chronicles, she is an uncommon card. So I got rare, uncommon, rare, common, uncommon. Bog Ratsies have gotta be common. For 1 black, summon rats, 1/1. Cannot be blocked by walls. From the Dark, flavor text: their stench was vile and strong enough, but not nearly as powerful as their hunger. Ron Spencer art. So cute little rats over here, and a cute little baby rat right here, vicious mama rat. Cannot be blocked by walls, aka defenders. 1/1, cool aggro card, and it creeps through the walls. Very good flavor. And in Chronicles, this is a common. Yes, one of the valuable cards, one of the good ones from Chronicles, Urza's Tower. This is where we get the Tron strategy. So land. This is from Antiquities set. Tap. Add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. If you control Urza's Mine, Urza's Tower, and Urza's Power Plant, add 3 colorless mana to your mana pool instead of 1. Urza always put Tocasia's lessons on resource gathering to effective use. Mark Poole art. This had 4 variations of the art, the different seasons, I think. So yep, this is one of the good ones to get here. This is uncommon in Chronicles. It's got good value even nowadays. Remove Soul, originally printed in Legends. Here it is as a common in Chronicles for 1 and a blue. Interrupt. Well, interrupts are extinct nowadays, but basically it's an instant. And we get counter, target, summon spell. So you counter spell, a person summon spell. Nethia stiffened suddenly, head cocked as if straining to hear some distant sound, then fell lifeless to the ground. Art by Brian Snowdy. Super violent, and that's how we loved it back in the day. Yes, Urza's Power Plant. So another one of the uncommons, one of the valuable ones in this set. Tap, add 1 colorless mana. If you control all 3, add 2 colorless mana. Artifact construction required immense resources. Mark Tedden. This is the one that had the art of the ball in the pit. Repentant Blacksmith. 1 and a white. Summon Smith, which I'm sure nowadays is something like Creature Human, from Arabian Nights, the very first expansion set of Magic. 1/2, protection from red. So it cannot be targeted by red spells, red damage is reduced to 0, creatures that are red cannot deal damage to it, etc. For my confession, they burned me with fire, and found that I was for endurance made. The Arabian Nights, translation, Hadaway. Art Drew Tucker. Tucker often had very abstract art, so this one's pretty realistic here. And back in the day, there was also flavor text from like real-world stories. This one is common in Chronicles, but it was actually rare in originally Arabian Nights. Wall of Heat, I remember this one. 2 and a red, summon Wall. Its defender cannot attack. You get a 2/6. This is from Legends. Richard Thomas art. 2/6 creature for 3 mana. Not so bad, actually. No extra ability. Flavor text. At a distance, we mistook the sound for a waterfall. In Chronicles, it's a common. Another Wall. Wall of Shadows. 1 black, summon Wall. From Antiquities, 0/1. Cool ability, though. Damage dealt to Wall of Shadows by creatures it blocks is reduced to 0. Wall of Shadows cannot be the target of spells or effects that can target only walls. So it's shrouded from wall spells, and all damage from creatures is reduced to 0. Now a shock, of course, will take it out. Art by Pete Venters, and is common in Chronicles. So commons, uncommons, uncommon, common, uncommon, rare. Actually, rare was over here. So 2 rares, 4 uncommons, and 5 commons. Let's open another pack and see what else we get. This glue is still pretty strong 23 years later. And what's this? We get Hell's Caretaker. Nice. This is one of the somewhat valuable ones. I never had it back in the day either, so that's cool. So you get 3 and 1 black. Summon Hell's Caretaker, which is probably nowadays Summon Horror or something. You get a 1/1, originally from Legends, Sandra Evernham. Tap. Sacrifice a creature to take target creature from your graveyard and put it directly into play as though it were just summoned. Use this ability only during your upkeep. You might leave here, Chandra, should another take your place. So very moody art. And this is a rare card in Chronicles. Arena of the Ancients, artifact for 3. When Arena of the Ancients comes into play, tap all legends. Legends do not untap during their controller's untap phase. Art by Tom Wannerstrand. In Chronicles, it's a rare, and it might have value nowadays in a commander deck, although you're going to hurt yourself too. Voodoo Doll. I never had this one back in the day, and this is a rare. An artifact for 6. Now look at that huge wall of text. At the beginning of your upkeep, put 1 pin counter on Voodoo Doll. If Voodoo Doll is untapped at the end of your turn, it deals X damage to you, where X is equal to the number of pin counters on Voodoo Doll. If Voodoo Doll deals damage to you this way, destroy it. X and X Tap. Voodoo Doll deals X damage to target creature or player, where X is equal to the number of pin counters on Voodoo Doll. Are you still awake? Got another Bog Rat. Fish Liver Oil. 1 and a blue. Enchant creature. Target creature gains Island Walk. Originally from Arabian Nights. Then the maiden bade him cast off his robes and cover his body with fish liver oil, that he might safely follow her into the sea. So some mermaid is telling a guy to get naked and cover himself with fish liver oil. He gains Island Walk. Art by Anson Maddox. This is a common. Another Wall of Heat. Common. Davenant Archer. 2 and a white. Summon Archer. 1/2. Tap. Davenant Archer deals 1 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Art by Doug Schuler. Pretty cool art. So if you've got your opponent's weenie creature attacking you, you can tap her and instead do 1 damage, and instead of fighting back, and I don't know, combat tricks. This one is common. Cat Warriors. I love this one just for the nostalgia. 1 green. Summon Cat Warriors. You get a 2/3 with Forest Walk. These stealthy felines have survived so many battles that some believe they must possess many lives. Art by Melissa Benson. And if you couldn't tell, there's her signature. Really like the art on that one, really takes me back. These kitties are common. Tor Wauki. 2 black, red. Summon Legend. 3/3. Tap. Tor deals 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So it's a very similar to the Davenant Archer, but it's 2 whole damage, and it's a huge casting cost with not much bigger of a body. Randy Asplund Faith. I remember his name. His art really takes me back. Look at this guy. That's the tightest shirt I've ever seen in Magic. He's got a cool porn stash. In Chronicles, he is an uncommon. Emerald Dragonfly. Beautiful Quentin Hoover art. One of my favorite artists from back in the day. You have a 1 and a green. Summon Dragonfly. Most likely today, creature insect. 1/1. Flying. If you pay 2 greens, first strike until end of turn. So a 1/1 flying for striker if you add the mana cost. So again, back in the day, things were either overpowered or super underpowered. Common. Ooh, I love these. Quambaj Witches. For black, summon witches. 1/3. Tap. Quambaj Witches deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Quambaj Witches also deals 1 damage to target creature or player of target opponent's choice. Choose your target first. So, Kaja Foglio, one of my favorite artists from back in the day. She had more of a cartoony style, but I really like that. If you pay close attention, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers. They are a common in Chronicles. And Urza's Mine. Did I get all 3? Let me see. Yes, I got the whole Urzatron right there. Tower, Power Plant, Mine. Beautiful. So I got them all. And that was another uncommon. So yeah, I have to go back and review the video, but there's the order of these things is totally out of whack. I don't think there is a real order. Let's see the final pack. Rubinia Soul Singer. 2 white, blue, green. Summon Legend. 2/3. You may choose not to untap Rubina during your untap phase. Tap. Gain control of target creature. Lose control of target creature if Rubinia leaves play. If you lose control of Rubinia, or if Rubinia becomes untapped. So steal other people's creatures. In Chronicles, she is a rare. Abu Jafar. I remember this one. For 1 white mana, you get a 0/1 legend. Leper. Summon Leper. If Abu Jafar is put into the graveyard from play during combat, bury all creatures blocking or blocked by Abu Jafar. So you'd use Lure to make your opponent attack you. You block with Abu Jafar, and no matter if it was a 12/12 Emrakul, you kill Emrakul because it says so. In Chronicles, he is uncommon. Now, maybe the order of things: rare, uncommon, another rare coming up. Cocoon. I never had this one back in the day. Look at that huge wall of text. For 1 green, you get Enchant Creature, art by Mark Tedden. Buckle up. Tap target creature you control and put 3 charge counters on Cocoon. If there are any charge counters on Cocoon, that creature does not untap during your untap phase. During your upkeep, remove 1 charge counter. During the upkeep after the one in which the last charge counter was removed, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. The creature gains flying and bury Cocoon. That's fun. It makes your creature into a flyer and it makes it stronger, and if you stayed awake for that, who cares? Another Davenant Archer. Ooh, I remember this one. I really liked it. Now, it's funny. I see a lot of commentary that people don't get it. They don't get this one. Dan. So, blue, summon Dan, and then a 4/1 from Arabian Nights, art Drew Tucker. Cannot attack if defending player controls no islands. If at any time you control no islands, bury Dan. It's got island home. People don't get it because some people don't see the big old fish in the water right there. I saw it right away 20 years ago, but a lot of people still think, oh, boats. No, there's a huge fish under those boats. It's just for the nostalgia. I love this card. In Chronicles, it's common. Scavenger Folk. 1 green. Summon Scavenger Folk from the dark. 1/1, Dennis Detweiler art. Green and a tap. Sacrifice Scavenger Folk to destroy target artifact. String, weapons wax, or jewels. It makes no difference. Leave nothing unguarded in Scarwood. So these happy little guys can destroy artifacts. I would really wish that they wouldn't kill themselves doing it. Common in Chronicles. Kei Takahashi. 2 white and green. Wow, not a huge crazy casting cost. Summon Legend. You get a 2/2. Tap. Prevent up to 2 damage to any creature. Oh, that's why. Scott Kirshner, illustrator. This one is uncommon in Chronicles. Felden's Cane. That one takes me back so much. Love this one. It's still pretty good nowadays. 1 casting cost artifact. Tap. Reshuffle your graveyard into your library. Remove Felden's Cane from the game. Felden found the first of these canes frozen in the Ranaman Glacier. So basically bring back your whole library with a 1 casting cost artifact. If your opponent doesn't counterspell that, they won't be able to easily counterspell an activated ability. Oh, and I forgot to say, look at the old classic tap symbol. Uncommon in Chronicles. Another Dan in the same pack? Are you kidding me? Hazgren Ogress. Black, summon Ogre, 3/2. If you declare Hazgren Ogress as an attacker, pay 2, or Hazgren Ogress deals 3 damage to you. So this lovely little lady by Dan Frazier can really get mad at you. Oh my god, I just noticed her armpit hair for the first time. Anyway, she can get really mad at you if you don't treat her right. 3/2 unless you pay 2 more. What a great date. Common in Chronicles. Runesword. Early prototype equipment. Huge 6 casting cost and then a 3 and tap. Target attacking creature gains +2/+0 until end of turn. Any creature damaged by that creature cannot regenerate this turn. If such a creature receives lethal damage this turn, remove it from the game. In other words, exile it. If the target creature leaves play before end of turn, bury Runesword. So old prototype equipment because you attached it to your creature, yes, but if your creature died by the end of the turn, the Runesword or the artifact also died, but +2/+0 until end of turn. Wonderful art by Christopher Rush. Common in Chronicles. And the last card, Goblin Digging Team. Love the art. The card is meh. For 1 red, you get a 1/1. Tap, sacrifice Goblin Digging Team, destroy target wall. From down here, we can make the whole wall collapse. Yeah, boss, but how do we get out? Art by Ron Spencer. So a way for, never mind that it's a 1/1 creature for 1 red, red aggro deck, you can tap it and destroy walls, and kill itself to destroy walls. That's something, but kind of overwhelming overall. So some interesting commons. I was able to get the most important ones were the Urza uncommons. As for rares, the most valuable rare in here was Hell's Caretaker, although I always kind of liked Gauntlets of Chaos. And we got a few legends. So, Chronicles. This is a set 23 years old, different point in time in Magic. Power levels were totally different, but this was Magic that I was playing back in the day. 95, 96, 97 or so. That's when I was playing. And I remember a bunch of these cards. I didn't have most of these rares because they were rare. Chronicles. I'm going to be opening up also some other classic Magic packs. Hope you come back to check those out. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, or better yet, go over to patreon.com. Maybe contribute $1. I think it's worth it. This has been VM Campos. See you next time.